Hello and welcome back to Rich Tech. Today we're going to attempt something new. You've got this cable. It has three kinds of charging ports. We have Type C, we have that's Lightning bit, then you have Android bit. This cable is of good quality, and compared to other different kinds of cable which are not Apple original, this one is good. I use it to charge my iPhone and my earphones. This is Type C, and also an Android phone which I have, but of late this cable doesn't work. Now, to confirm this cable is indeed not working, I'll connect it to my power outlet here and connect it to my earphone case here. If I connect it, then I should see this earphone charging. Nothing is happening. For comparison purposes, let me use another cable. I have a different Type C cable right here. Connect it to adapter, and let's move this out of the way. And connect it to this. It's charging. So our cable is not working. And just to confirm that all the ports are not working, not only the Type C port, let me connect it back to our adapter and use the Lightning port. Nothing is working. It's not charging. So we want to try to attempt to repair this. I'm suspecting we have a problem right there at the junction, and so I'll open up this and attempt to see if there's any breakage in the cable and to repair it. Now, to attempt this repair, I'm going to remove this rubber junction and then open up the wire underneath. Seems there's a break right here. That's why even the outer insulation is having a hard time coming back. Let me try. I've managed to pull back the junction. This is similar to Apple junctions, and also that's where the most failures occur, right here. So once we've pulled this back, we need to open up this portion and see where our break could be. But before I do that, I can also feel around. Sometimes you can be able to feel where there is a dip in the cable here, then you'll know that's where you have the break. If it's not so obvious, we'll open it up, and I think that's the case here. Let's get a portion of this rubber out. Now straight away you can see the damage to our cable. It's very bad, and this causes shorts in the cable. You can see there are breakages of at least 2 of the wires inside the cable. Seems it was a multiple wire failure. Now this repair is very delicate. As you can see, I'm dealing with very small wires and a very small space. We have 4 wires inside here. The black one, first one, clearly cut. The red one, okay, first of all, the white one also had a clean break. So I think this was a power issue. The white and the black may be related to power. That's where the problem started. As you can see, they're also having some black soot, especially the white one. You can scrape off the black soot or carbon from it, so it shows that there was a blow up here. And the red wire is also broken, is exposed. The green wire seems to be okay, so we won't touch it. So these are our areas of concern: the white, red, and the black. Now I've got to solder this back together and then ensure that they do not touch. I think the first thing which caused this kind of failure of this cable is because of the continuous flexing right here in charging. So that flexing wears out the insulation at that point, and because from here to around here we had this junction which gave it strength, there was no breakage there. The breakage occurred after this junction, which is right around there. And so we are going to insulate that using once we solder, we're going to use this. These are heat shrink tubings. I've got white, red, and blue. I'm going to use them as much as possible to match the colors. It's the red to insulate the red, the white to insulate the white, then the blue will insulate the black with it. I don't have a black heat shrink tubing. And these are the very small tubes which can fit this and also allow us to have a neat joint here, not a bulging joint. Let's see how these are progresses, and let's first of all start by preparing these joints. I'll cut off obviously the red one so as to insert the heat shrink tubing there. Here's another look at the damage. I've managed to pry the wires apart. At the same time, I've been able to remove a bit of the insulation on each of the broken wires so as to make space for the junction we will use. We will solder right here. Before we solder this point, we'll want to insert a piece of the heat shrink tubing into this portion of the wires, so that once we solder, we'll bring this heat shrink tubing over the junction and cover it. And that way we'll be ensuring that we also insulate at the same time. But if you solder and leave it there, it will be impossible to put the heat shrink tubing after that. We'll start by soldering the black wire. At the same time, as I said before, I've slid this heat shrink tubing over the black wire, and I've held it in place with this wire right here, and I've held that wire with a tape to the cable. Now when I'm applying heat here, when I'm soldering, this heat shrink tubing will tend to shrink. And remember, I want to use it to cover this joint. So once it has shrunk, it will be no good for me. So this is why I've held it with this wire, so that as to maintain a bit of its shape. Then we'll shrink it at the end when we are through with this joint. It's important to apply only a little bit of solder. Now here is our soldered joint. I'll just move this heat shrink tubing over the joint to cover it. The black wire is now soldered and insulated. I will repeat the same for the red and the white wire. Now for this second wire, I'll apply some super glue to the joint. This will help with the insulation and also the strength. That's a good joint. Let's move on to the last wire, which is the white one. White wire is now soldered. It's ready for insulation. Now, having tested our cable, it works, so we'll move ahead and close up this junction. Now, to close up this junction, we'll need to pull this rubber insulation all the way to the end there. Now, the super glue also helps with the insulation, so that if there is any point of the wires which are still not insulated, they may not come into contact with the other wires. Now we'll pull this rubber insulation over the joint to cover it. We'll allow this to dry and then look at it after a few minutes to see if it is working. The joint is now fully dried. This is a neat fix. Now we'll move ahead and test and see if each of these spots is working. We'll start with the Type-C. It's not charging, so touch it. It's charging, so the Type-C port works. Here is our tablet. Let's test if the lightning port works. Now to test if an Android device also charges. It's charging. Now you can charge all your devices, or two of them. Showing that it's charging, but the phone has an issue. How do we connect our earphone charger? That's the
$1 million question, but that's for another day. Or we can simply remove this, remove that, and charging. That's how you repair these types of cables. So this cable has another lease of life, and that joint is strong, it's more durable, and it will last for a long time. Thank you once again for watching. If you like such content, kindly subscribe to the channel and watch the other videos in the channel too.